and gentlemen, I'm Jason Perdue.
And I'm Trumoo Perdue.
And we are excited to be here at Highmark Stadium. That's right, it is Wrestlebash weekend.
That's right, once again, the biggest event in the history of ever comes around, and this time it rolls once again into Buffalo, New York.
In Orchard Park, New York, but close enough. We can see the skyscrapers of Buffalo from our seats here in the press box at Highmark Stadium, the home of the Buffalo Bills.
What a beautiful place to be.
I mean, I disagree, but it could be worse, right? We could be in Chicago, for example.
That's true.
But here we are in Orchard Park, and we are getting ready for what will be, as you said, the biggest event in the history of ever. We have 6 incredible main event matches. Well, one main event, but any of them could be main events. What a card, what a card.
Absolutely, as always, Wrestlebash, the event that everybody looks forward to, and this year is definitely no exception.
It certainly is. Let's start off with the first match that we're going to see at Wrestlebash. It is going to be for the Tag Team Championships. What a way to start it off, right?
Absolutely.
And it's going to be the Dead Dudes, Darkseid and Annihilator, taking on the Tag Team Champions, your personal favorite, the Mario Brothers.
That's right, the Dead Dudes recently came back to the Extreme Wrestling organization to get this opportunity. And of course, the Mario Brothers, everybody knows who they are. Absolutely legendary duo, the brothers Mario and Luigi.
Absolutely. Mario, he has 2 losses. He hasn't won yet in the EWO on his own. Luigi, we know, has 6 wins, 2 losses. He's a former EWO
champion and legendary figure in the wrestling organization.
Absolutely. And here's the thing. When they came together, they ended up getting 8 wins and 2 losses. They're 2-time tag team champions now. And let's not forget that they were nominated for Match of the Year at this year's Christmas Carnage against the Sons of Satan, where they won back the tag team championship.
They were. You can definitely say one of, if not the most legendary tag team duo in the organization.
Without a doubt. And remember, best matches of the EWO, you can see that on this YouTube channel, boys and girls. You can see Bulk Hogan getting thrown through the side of a steel cage, or you can see the Mario Brothers take on SOS in one of the best matches in tag team history.
That's right, we have all of the greatest matches of the Extreme Wrestling organization on the YouTube channel. You can go check it out anytime. Absolutely the greatest matches you will ever see.
Including between individuals such as Annihilator and Darkseid, who on their own didn't do very well. Darkseid, for example, 4 wins, 7 losses. Annihilator, 4 wins, 6 losses. But when they came together, they were immediately able to overcome the hurdles of the other tag teams and become #1 contenders.
They were. It's almost like it was always destined from the very beginning.
Yes, because they're not good. They're just not good on their own at all. However, Annihilator, he is a former Intercontinental #1 contender. Darkseid, remember, was a former EWO #1 contender. So they've been to the big matches.
Yeah.
It's just they can't pull it off. Will they be able to pull it off at Wrestlebash against the Mario Brothers? Only time will tell.
Only time will tell, and anything can happen in the Extreme Wrestling organization.
It certainly can. As a matter of fact, speaking of anything can happen, Pop-Tarts has told us that anything can happen. We have a new sponsor for Wrestlebash. Apparently, Pop-Tarts now has a new product called Just the Crust.
Wow!
Yes, no filling at all. So ladies and gentlemen, you don't have to be disappointed when you bite in and it's incredibly cold, or you don't have to be disappointed if you bite in and it's like lava. Now you don't bite into anything at all, it's just the crust, and you don't even have to eat it up.
That's right, Pop-Tarts, just the crust! Pick it up today.
Well, we are excited for our second match of Wrestlebash. It's going to be, this is incredible to see every year.
It is.
It's going to be for the Holiday Supremacy Championship, currently held by Batman.
Really?
Yes, Batman. 5 wins, 2 losses in the EWO. He is the current St. Patrick's Day champion, and of course, has the Holiday Supremacy Championship right now. But he won the Royal Rumble. Here's the thing. He almost headlined last year's Wrestlebash.
He could have done it.
He won the Royal Rumble, but he was arrested. And so he was pulled from the main event of Wrestlebash last year. But who cares? Now he's got the St. Patrick's Day title and Holiday Supremacy. And he's going to be defending it against 3 incredible competitors.
You can almost say that going to jail was Batman's big break.
Yes, definitely.
In one way or another, the Cape Crusader is back. Well, we are going to see, first of all, Dr. Plague former Intercontinental Champion. He has 5 wins and 5 losses, so he has an even record, but he's done incredible in every single match.
And because he's Halloween champion, that's why he's going to be in this match.
That's
Unfortunately, we didn't get to see him defend that title this year. We had no Hallowmania. Maybe next year.
Maybe next year. He is the current Halloween and also Holiday Supremacy champion also.
Oh, I lied. Batman's not. Oops! Not our facts are not always accurate, ladies and gentlemen. We apologize for the inconvenience.
Yeah.
But they're going to be taking on also Santa Claus.
That's right, Santa Claus, of course, jolly old Saint Nick himself, but not so jolly in the ring as we've seen before. It's Christmas Carnage. He has a record of 6 wins and 5 losses, so the Fat Man actually does have a winning record in the Extreme Wrestling organization. And he is the current Christmas champion as well as a 2-time Christmas champion, as a matter of fact. Santa Claus, of course, being the father of Christmas, not a big surprise that he would go all out to defend his title. And he is, in fact, a former Holiday Supremacy champion. So, will he be able to reclaim that once again?
It's very possible, but it's going to be difficult because he's going to be taking on a person that he just met at Christmas Carnage, also in this match, Satan, who's the current Valentine's Day champion.
That is true, and it will be very interesting to see if this will end up turning into a grudge match between the two. And, of course, we have Satan here, the Valentine's Day champion, for somehow.
Somehow I have bird shit on my arm. Anyway, continue.
Satan has a record of 3 wins and 3 losses, an even record, but still not the best, although even is nothing to laugh at. Especially in the Extreme Wrestling organization, where absolutely anything can happen and the competitors are top
Speaking
tier.
of anything can happen, Satan was in the first ever Wrestlebash, and he was in a match against God,
That's
the controller
right.
of the universe.
The Control of the Universe match.
Which he lost, unfortunately. Well, no, fortunately for us.
Yeah, very fortunately.
Or it'd be hotter than it is right now, let me tell you,
Yeah.
ladies and
Oh,
gentlemen.
yeah.
But the winner of this match is going to take home the Holiday Supremacy title. Always an incredible bout to see every year where the title holders go head to head. Only one can leave. And I do have news, the Easter Bunny will not be joining us this year. He was hit by a car.
Oh no.
Rest in peace, Easter.
Very unfortunate news.
Great. Speaking of unfortunate, ladies and gentlemen, guess what? It seems that Taco Bell has come out with a new product now.
Wow.
You may be wondering, it seems like they come out with a new product every 10 minutes.
They
But
do.
They have scaled their menu back down, but just in time for Wrestlebash, we are hearing about this new product. Why don't you tell us what it is?
Folks, have you ever had that really bad Taco Bell after experience? Well, fear no more, because now, introducing from Taco Bell, the Pepto-Lupa. That's right, Pepto-Lupa, a chalupa, or not a chalupa, what is the menu item called?
It's just a taco that's Pepto-Bismol flavored.
That's right, Pepto-Bismol infused in the taco shell. So no longer will you have to worry dreading the after experience of a Taco Bell meal.
That's right.
And also including the absolutely delicious taste of Pepto-Bismol medicine.
Delicious. Speaking of absolutely delicious taste, Ronald McDonald will be joining us again this year at Wrestlebash, but this time he's going to be taking on none other than the #1 contender for the Fairy Tale Championship, your friend, Antoine Cannoli Finoli DiNapoli.
That's right, Antoine Cannoli Finoli DiNapoli, formerly the Fairy Tale Championship match commentator at Wrestlebash. Well, it seems now he's actually entered the wrestling side of the organization, and he's made his way to the #1 contendership.
Again, we say anything can happen in the Extreme Wrestling organization.
And when we say that, this is proof that we absolutely mean it wholeheartedly.
Exactly. So he only has 1 win, so he's undefeated in the EWO. Wow. Incredible.
Absolutely amazing.
But he won this opportunity to go to the biggest event in the history of ever because he won a Fairy Tale Battle Royal. And the thing is, he's taking on an individual who is just plain evil.
Yeah.
So it's not going to be easy for him, okay? Plain evil. I mean, who the hell else would want to give millions of children childhood diabetes? I don't know.
I don't
But
know.
Ronald McDonald does.
He does, and speaking of Ronald McDonald, he has a record of 2 wins and 2 losses in the Extreme Wrestling organization. Again, we have a lot of superstars with even records because the competition is just that good. And he is, of course, the current Fairy Tale champion. For some reason.
Now remember, he's also former fast food champion. At last year's Wrestlebash, he took on the Burger King.
For
right?
fast food
Was it
supremacy.
last year?
I
think so.
believe it was last year he took on the Burger King with his fabulous hamburger Whopper boots
Yes.
for the fast food supremacy.
But he lost that match, and the Burger King won the title, and so Ronald McDonald is not coming to Wrestlebash with that belt. Instead, he's coming with the Fairy Tale Championship, which is more fitting.
In which he defeated God to become that champion.
That's right, Ronald McDonald defeated God. How is that not in the best matches ever?
I don't know, but I feel like Ronald McDonald defeated God about 30 years ago.
Well, we want to take you to an exclusive interview now that Trumoo Perdue had with the #1 contender for the Fairy Tale Championship, Antoine Cannoli Finoli DiNapoli.
Oh my goodness, I'm so excited!
That's right, folks.
Can you believe that I'm going to be in the Wrestlebash and I'm going to be taking on that nasty, disgusting clown who shake machine never worked, Ronald McDonald!
That's right, folks. Antoine Cannoli Finoli DiNapoli, who made his way into the Fairy Tale title match. Now, Antoine, take us through your journey and tell us how exactly you made it to this position.
Alright, so the EWO, okay, so the owner had come to me and he said, Antoine Cannoli, and he says, you need to do more, okay? You can't sneak into events anymore. You have to do something. Either get your butt up there to the commentary booth or go to the ring and fight. And because I'm a fighter, I said, okay, Mr. Owner, I will go in and fight in the ring and I will win. And I will win. It will be a 1 and a 2 and a 3 and I will win. Except I didn't get a chance to do a 1 and a 2 and a 3 because it was a Royal Rumble. Oh my goodness. So I go to the ring and there's all these people and they're so good and they're so big.
That's right.
And they're so strong. And I win. You know what? I win. I don't know why the hell I win either, but I did. Now I'm going to Wrestlebash 23.
That's true, it happened. Antoine, it was absolutely an incredible show of your true potential, I think.
Absolutely, and I do have a secret to tell you. I've been training strong with the superstar Buckle Bogan.
Really?
Yes, he said, this is what he said. He said, you need to get strong. And you need to get ready for the Wrestlebash. And I said, okay, Mr. Buckle Bogan, now how do I do that? And he said, this is what you do. You go and you buy a burrito. Then you go and you buy the 2 burrito. And then what you do is you hold them in each hand and you lift them. And you will get strong. And you just take a 1 bite, the 2 bite, the 3 bite, the 4 bite. And eventually, you're fat and you're big and you're greasy. Well, I'm not quite the fat, the big and the greasy yet, but I'm ready. So I have been training so hard with the Buckle Bogan. Also, one thing he said you do is, you go to a buffet on a Monday, and you stay there until a Friday. And you just eat and you eat and you eat, and I did that, and I puked, and it was terrible, and I had to go and buy the Taco Bell at a Petalupa, and I did, and it was so good, and it made me eat more and more and more and more, and so I had 2 Petalupas, and then 3 Petalupas, and then here I am. I'm ready for Wrestlebash, taking on that nasty clown. Ronald McDonald, and let me tell you something, Ronald McDonald. Okay, now you don't have a grimace, you don't have a birthday. You don't even have anything anymore. It's just you, Ronald McDonald.
right.
Don't you even remember when you had those stupid clowns with you? And you were that stupid clown posse with Donald Trump and Mike Pence, and you painted your faces, and you went around and did all that stupid stuff. You by yourself, brah. You by yourself, brah. And I will destroy you, okay? I'm gonna punch you in the face with a burrito from a Buckle Bogan. Right? I'm gonna crack you over the head with a Petalupa. You are going down in the fairy tale, the biggest fairy tale of all the time. Me, Antoine Cannoli DiNapoli is going to win that fairy tale championship at the Wrestlebash 23. That's right. And then after that, I'm coming for you, a Jim Brunzell, you champion.
Whoa, he's not the champion anymore.
Oh, that's right. See, I've been so busy eating the burritos that I don't even know what's going on anymore. Plus, I can't pay my cable bill, so I can't watch EWO anymore. But that's okay, because after I win the bigger money at the Wrestlebash 23, I'm gonna buy 2 cables.
Wow.
Yes.
That is incredible. Well, those are some incredible fighting words from Antoine. Now, there's just one more question I want to ask you, and you were talking about it a little bit. What kind of strategy do you have going into this match against Ronald McDonald?
This is my strategy, okay? Not you. It's probably it's probably no secret that I'm Italian, right?
Of course.
I'm Italiano. That's right. I like the spaghetti, lasagna, ravioli, rigatoni, all those things. Antoine cannoli, finoli, napoli. Ronald McDonald, I don't know what the hell you are. I have no idea. But I'm a fighting Italian. You're a sloppy clown. You wear makeup and you wear these stupid big boots. So my strategy is, don't be stupid big boot wearing shake broken idiot clown.
Well, I have to say, it's definitely a interesting strategy. Well, I thank you so much, Antoine, for being with me once again for this time on the Wrestlebash pre-show. And hey, you didn't have to sneak in this time.
I did not, because I am a superstar. And you wait until I bring that belt back.
Well, I thank you so much for being with me once again, Antoine, and I'm looking forward to that Fairy Tale title match.
And all of you buy a ticket to come in and see me, because I know I am the big main eventer now.
Yeah. It's not exactly the main event, but it definitely will be one of the biggest matches at this year's Wrestlebash.
I don't know how you did that. I don't know how you stood in the same room with him. I don't know how you understood anything he said.
Well, you know, me and Antoine, you know, we go way back. We've had plenty of conversations. We've been in the commentating booth together. We've been in the same room plenty of times for the WrestleBash pre-show before. I think at this point, it's just a given that I'll understand anything he says at this point.
The dude has absolutely no value. He has no value. He lacks no substance. Speaking of lacking no substance, another sponsor for WrestleBash 23 is Hot Pockets. Dryer lint flavor.
Oh, really? Tell us more.
Absolutely. Hot Pockets dryer lint flavor. Have you ever opened up your dryer and found random things in your dryer lint vent? Well, that's what happens when you bite into a Hot Pocket dryer lint.
Fabulous.
Yes, you don't know what you're going to find inside, but you know it's going to not have any substance and lack flavor.
Hot Pockets knew that keeping the lint in the dryer is a fire hazard, so they shoved that stuff inside a Hot Pocket, and now you can enjoy it too.
Absolutely. By the way, kids under 18 years old, it is required that you have parental supervision when heating up your Hot Pocket dryer lint in the microwave. 18 and up only. Anyway, our next match of WrestleBash. Now, this is a big deal.
It is.
This is a big deal. The Intercontinental Championship is a huge title in the EWO. One could say that it's a step away from the EWO World title.
And I would have to agree, the Intercontinental Championship division has seen so many incredible superstars over the years. We've seen Bulk Bogan, the Greasy One, have it for a long time. We saw the menacing and evil Dr. Plague keep it for a long time as well. Top-tier superstars make the Intercontinental Championship.
Absolutely top tier, like Wildfire Johnny Rage, who was an EWO champion. He just had the Intercontinental Championship until he lost it to Aaron Luther in an incredible match. Aaron Luther, 4 wins, 6 losses, but he is the current Intercontinental Champion, and he defeated Wildfire at Christmas Carnage for that belt. His other wins include some pretty prestigious ones against Robin. And, like I stated, Wildfire Johnny Rage.
Of course.
But he is taking on the #1 contender, Tyson Davis, who has 7 wins, 7 losses. He is a 2-time #1 contender for the Intercontinental Championship, and his wins include against Captain Kill, Wildfire, also Trumoo, Perdue, believe it or not. Yes,
Wow.
You were beat by Tyson Davis once before you retired from the ring.
I don't think it was me, but okay.
And Aaron Luther. The Intercontinental Championship match is going to be absolutely incredible. Is it possible that this newcomer from only, a year ago is going to rise up the ranks and take the title from Aaron Luther?
You know what? I think it could happen. We've seen Tyson Davis do some incredible things in the ring before.
We certainly have.
Especially in his solo career, as we say every time, he's a former member of the Goths, but he's been incredibly successful in his solo career. I think he has what it takes.
And honestly, we know that sometimes it's about luck in the EWO. Sometimes it's about luck. As a matter of fact, speaking of luck, General Mills has come out with a new cereal, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages. It's called Unlucky Shards.
Sounds delicious. Please inform us.
I'm not sure. Let's put up the graphic and you can read it for yourself and see what it's all about. That's right. Unlucky shards, boys and girls. Who knows what you're going to be biting into, but I bet it's probably going to be unlucky for you.
It might be great. It might be extremely painful. Who knows what you're going to get into?
And that's sometimes what we get in the fast food supremacy titles. We don't know what we're going to get into in those matches. But we are going to see the fast food supremacy title defended at Wrestlebash 23. The current champion is Bulk Bogan, of course, who defeated Burger King in his awesome boots to win that title.
That's right, and I believe this will be a fatal four-way match, if I'm not mistaken.
It will be.
Well, quite possibly the biggest fast food supremacy match we've ever seen before.
Absolutely, the biggest and the most prestigious. Introducing Gordon Ramsay to WrestleBash 23.
Wow.
Now remember, we saw him in the Fairy Tale Battle Royal that, of course, Antoine somehow pulled off. I still don't know how that happened. But that's where he made his debut, and he said, I am going to insert myself into WrestleBash 23. Fast food is disgusting. I hate the Burger King. I want to assassinate Colonel Sanders in a battle in the KFC battlefield, and Bulk Bogan just makes me vomit. Let's go now to an interview, or not an interview, a statement we have with Gordon Ramsay.
I need 2 lobster risottos, 4 pan-seared scallops, and 1 plate of meatballs with tomato sauce. Got it? Vlad, repeat the ticket back to me.
You said...
Quickly!
1 scallop...
Wrong!
Chef,
What?
can't we just go up and read the ticket ourselves?
Wow, me. That is a brilliant idea. How'd you come up with that?
Oh, I just...
Well, he seems fired up and ready to go.
He seems absolutely ready.
But he better be ready, because he's taking on Burger King, who has 1 win, 1 loss, who defeated Ronald McDonald at WrestleBash 22 to become the fast food champion, who, of course, lost to Bulk Bogan. And tell us about Bulk Bogan. This guy is the guy to beat in this match.
You say Burger King's the one to look out for. I disagree. Bulk Bogan is the one that Gordon Ramsay should be worried about. The absolute legend with 8 wins and a surprising only 2 losses. This man is absolutely giant. He's absolutely greasy, and he's absolutely one of the most powerful men in the entire organization. Beating him is no easy task.
Absolutely not. And let us not forget that Bulk Bogan is a 2-time Intercontinental Champion, and he was nominated for Match of the Year. We know what that match is. Any EWO event that we ever have, we talk about this match, the greatest, probably one of the greatest of all time. You can watch it on the best matches of the EWO here on
That's right,
YouTube.
you can.
And he was thrown through the side of the steel cage by Michael Myers, who I hear is in our studio and may be making an appearance.
What?
Yes.
Oh, gosh.
As a matter of fact, here he comes now.
Oh, my.
Yes. All right, I'm going to get out of the way.
All right, folks. We'd like you to give a warm welcome to Michael Myers, who is here tonight, despite not having any matches in this year's Wrestlebash. Welcome, Michael. We've seen you before on the Wrestlebash pre-show. How have you been recently? How has the Wrestlebash season spirit been affecting you recently? As always, gives the most insightful answers. So, we've of course seen some of the best matches of all time, and you've been in them. For example, I'm sure you get talked about it non-stop, but the match between Bulk Bogan in the steel cage, where you survived what is basically the equivalent of a train crash, a plane crash, and a semi-crash at the same time, which was Bulk Bogan jumping off the top of the steel cage on top of you, and then you proceeded to throw him through the side of the cage. One of the best matches of all time, by the way. Absolutely incredible. But what do you think about some of the matches that we're going to see? I'm really excited too, especially for that tag team match with the Dead Dudes. That one's gonna be very incredible. And I agree with you what you said about the Intercontinental title match. The Intercontinental title, absolutely incredible. It's gonna be amazing. And yeah.
Well, I bet you had fun with that.
It was just great time.
Great time.
Yeah.
Speaking of great times, ladies and gentlemen, do you have a toddler in the house? Or maybe an infant?
I'm sure you do.
Fisher-Price has a new product out on the market. No, it's not the hard bake oven. Those were discontinued and there were lawsuits. But they've come out with another product. It's called My First Fire. That's right.
Wow.
Yeah, look at the graphic, ladies and gentlemen. It has a cute little fire ring for your toddler to play with. It has a gas can. It has a poker. It has all the great things that will help your child learn how to make a fire in the house.
That's right. Everything you need to know how to start your first fire.
Absolutely. Pick it up at your Nowhere today, and ladies and gentlemen, please remember that the fire is for 2-year-olds and up.
Of course.
All right, it's that time to talk about the biggest match in the history of ever, at the biggest event in the history of ever. Matt Golden versus Warlow, the EWO champion, for that EWO championship. And let's take a look at how they got here. Here they are, ladies and gentlemen. The Fireman and Matt Golden, one of these two men, are going to go to face Jim Bronzell at Wrestlebash. Matt Golden now.
He's gonna take it.
He's... Oh my God!
Done it!
Matt Golden is going to headline WrestleBash against Jim Bronzell.
Unbelievable!
Oh, and he's going for the elbow smash here. Oh, and he got it right in the sternum. One, this could be it. Two, that's it. What a fast match! Maybe that's the fastest match in WrestleBash history.
It might be. Looks like Matt Golden was not ready for that.
No. Matt Golden fires darts on
Oh!
the ropes.
He
And he wins!
Oh my God!
For the second year in a row, Matt Golden will headline WrestleBash.
Wow! Getting a second chance at that title in a Wrestlebash main event.
Unbelievable. Championship match. There is a single arm DDT, the Atlantic City Slam, and this could be it. 1, 2, 3. Jim Bronzell retains in Christmas Carnage, but I'm being told, hang on a second,
What's going on?
Warlow's being allowed a rematch right here, right now. This
What?
is it.
Yes.
1,
No way!
2, 3. We have a new champion.
Bronzell has been defeated!
Jim Bronzell now to his feet and a punch to the face and a cover here by the champion. 1, 2, 3. Warlow
Takes the
retains.
title!
It's settled, folks. It is settled. In the rematch, Warlow retains.
And still Extreme Wrestling World Champion, Warlord.
It is now official. Jim Bronzell is defeated, and your champion is Warlow.
Warlow going on to WrestleBash now to face Matt Golden, who is the #1 contender. Wow, a match of second chances. I couldn't have said that any better myself, even though it was actually me who did say it.
Of course.
But here's the thing, a match of second chances. We know that Matt Golden last year won the Royal Rumble.
He did.
And he went on to WrestleBash, and he didn't do very well.
He didn't. He went up against Jim Bronzell. Hopes were high. We saw him. He looked determined, but then in the actual match, he came up extremely short and was defeated very easily.
Very easily and very quickly. But here's the thing. It's a match of second chances because this year he defeated the other competitors in the Royal Rumble and won it again.
He did.
However, he won't be taking on Jim Bronzell. And why don't you walk us through why that is?
Well, you see, you'll have to remind me what exact match it was at.
At Christmas Carnage 2022.
That's right, Christmas Carnage 2022. We saw, quite possibly, one of the most controversial moments in the entire history of the Extreme Wrestling organization. I'll take you back to the match. We saw the current champion at the time, Jim Bronzell, and the #1 contender of the time and current champion, Wardlow. We saw Wardlow take on the champion Jim Brunzell. It was a gallant fight. Wardlow almost had it, but in the end, Jim Brunzell took the win. Or so you would have thought. As you see, an instantaneous rematch was called, and Wardlow got a second chance against Jim Brunzell. And still to this day, nobody knows why or how it happened, but it did, and Wardlow took advantage of that instantaneous rematch and was able to claim the title against Jim Brunzell, and here he is today, your current Extreme Wrestling Organization champion.
He did, and Jim Brunzell, the longest reigning champion of all time, did get an opportunity at Valentine's Day Destruction.
That's right, we saw him earn his way back to a rematch of his own, but unfortunately for him, it was not his day, and Wardlow was able to take it once again.
And so at one point in time, people were saying, was Jim Brunzell screwed out of the title? And is Wardlow the legit champion? Well, he's beat him now twice.
That's right.
Fair and square, and so Wardlow is the legit champion, and he will be defending that championship against Matt Golden in the biggest event of the history of ever. In the main oh gosh. Do you see who I see? Well, ladies and gentlemen, it wouldn't be a Wrestlebash pre-show if we didn't have the former president of the United States here.
Oh no.
Yeah. I'm gonna go now, and I'm gonna get ready for Wrestlebash 23 while you enjoy your interview with Donald Trump.
You can't be serious. Again?
Don't act so surprised I'm here every year. Listen, I just want to say real quick. For all of you people out there watching at home, okay? You too, I guess you can watch since you're sitting here. I'm going to be running for President of the United States. That's right. Not one, not two, all 50 United States. Again, here in 2024. But I wanted to come here today and let you know that I'm not very happy that I wasn't invited to appear at Wrestlebash 23, okay? I was at Wrestlebash 19, 20, 21, 22, and I was not invited to be at 2023. And I want to know why.
I don't think you were at all of those Wrestlebashes.
I was there. Even though if I wasn't there, I was still there in spirit, in mind. Everybody was thinking about me. Everybody was voting for me. Maybe that's why I wasn't there. Maybe it was president. You ever think of that? Maybe that's why I wasn't there. Anyway, tell me why.
Well, Donald, I don't believe that you earned your spot in this year's Wrestlebash.
Listen. In case you did not watch the last event, and what was the last event? Oh, that's right. It was St. Patrick's Day Demolition.
It was.
Yeah, I was there, and I had a match. And guess what? I was with my best friend. Some people would say we're partners, Kim Jong-un. Well, anyway, he's a guy with the bombs, you know. He likes playing with bombs. He likes releasing missiles and things like that. Don't we all? We all do. But here's the thing. Kim Jong-un, he's the reason I lost that match. I'm, like, ready to go and, like, win the tag team championships at Wrestlebash 23 all by myself. Because I don't need Kim Jong-un, and I don't need that loser Mike Pence either. If you remember, Mike Pence is the reason that I'm no longer president. I don't really know how, but it happened, and that's why I'm here. Because I want to complain to you a little bit about Mike Pence as well. He's the reason I'm not in Wrestlebash. He's the reason I'm not president. I think I blame Kim Jong-un already, but I'll blame Mike Pence, and I'll blame you too.
Wonderful words for the audience at home, Donald. Do you, by any chance, have anything else to add?
Yeah, I think they should start letting me in the commentary booth, because I think I should commentate. I think it would be great. I honestly think it would be a really good time if I was able to, like, come and commentate with you and, like, call matches. Actually, as a matter of fact, I think that I'm going to come to WrestleBash just to commentate the tag team match with you.
That would be a lovely idea.
But if you think about it, you're going to be awfully sad because your best friend, Antoine Cannoli, Finoli, Ravioli, Rigatoni, whatever his name is not going to be commentating with you because he's in WrestleBash and I'm not, and I want you to explain why he would be in WrestleBash and I'm not. I don't get it. I don't understand. Do you understand? You don't. I don't. Nobody does.
Well, Donald, the reason he's in Wrestlebash is because he entered a match and actually won and earned his place.
You know how many matches I've won? You have the archives here. Let's take a look. Let's see. Donald J. Trump, Mr. President of the United States. Oh, here we go. This is rigged. It says I only won 1 and I lost 5. That can't be right. I'm leaving.
well-
Bye.
Okay, folks, that was your unexpected but exclusive interview with former President Donald J. Trump.
Current. It was rigged.
Well, folks, we thank you for tuning in to this year's Wrestlebash pre-show, the biggest event in the history of ever, coming to you soon. We will see at Highmark Stadium in Orchard Park, New York, the biggest event in the history of ever. As always, it will be incredible, action-packed. Every match will be top tier, and folks, we hope to see you there. I'm Trumoo Perdue, and I have no idea where my co-host went. I don't really blame him, though. I would run if I saw that, too. We'll see you at Wrestlebash 23.